Oh, you're not going to believe this. I've just done this demo and I showed you the photograph and I forgot to zoom out. So there it is, Glastonbury, or towards Glastonbury. I put the tour in here, but it's not in the photograph. It's about making a painting from a photograph. But when you look at it and think, why did I take that? What a load of rubbish. But we have to make paintings of it. So, I'll take that off and I'll do it again. And I'll use the one I've just done as the guide. So it's not being done from a photograph, it's being done from an impression of, Somerset Levels, Glastonbury. And I could kick myself for that. It's not the first time I've done it. Right, let's clip it. So, Glastonbury, I even put some cows in on that one. Now the idea is to make a painting, not a copy of a photograph. For that you've got to work at your sky. Instead of copying the sky that you see, paint the sky you want to see. That's what I do. I don't like just plain blue skies, as the photograph says. Right, okay. Now, I'll just clean my palette now. That's been a real setback, but good practice for me, isn't it? So I'll just clean it off from the last effort. I sprayed all my my colours with some water, suggested by Maria. So thanks for that, Maria. I won't give another spray because they're still a bit damp from before. Right, okay. Straight in. I'll give the paper a wet. Fabriano. £130 from Grantham's Art Discount. It comes in these packs of 100, which is a very good way to buy it. See, the brush isn't even clean, is it? I could do with a good swear, but online mustn't do it. Because I just wasted my time there. Look at it all again, it would be totally different. Right, I'll get in some raw sienna. It's a palette, it's lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. So I'll just get in some good background colour. The paints I'm using, as you know, are Cotsman 21mm tubes. It's made by Winsor & Newton. It's student quality, adequate for what we use it for, but economic. Right, okay, I'll put in a bit of blue, a bit of strong blue, and I'll mix a bit of alizarin. Right, our blue's flowing nicely now. Right, a bit of red. This will be for some clouds. I lost my momentum now. So annoyed am I. Right, that's as good as that's going to be. Just darken underneath the clouds and see what happens to that. Right, there's still a bit of light in the sky. I'm going to dry that off a bit while I reclip it. I don't want the background to disappear right into the wetness. So take your headphones off. Here we go. I'll do. Right, now we can go in with some greeny blue, just behind the trees. Right, okay, so let's put in some different colours in that. I'm going to cover a lot of this up with trees on the horizon. To put a little tour in here, I hope it works. Okay, let that blend into the background. Now, this is where the fun begins. I'm going to put in some, well, let's just clean my brush. Clean it out. Now we've gone uphill there, so I just want to take out that there. Right, so we'll just bring that line of there down, so right, okay, they're more or less, well, it's going up a little bit, isn't it? But I'm going to just see if I can just get that line down further. Right, now I'm just going to give that a little dry, hold on. Right, now with burnt sienna and ultramarine, bit of yellow maybe, just I want it on the blue side, so I want to put these trees on this horizon, and I'm using blue and burnt sienna. The blue hopefully will give the distance to this if it works, but my blue has suddenly softened. I put it out on the palette last night and it's gone just a little bit soggy now, which is okay. Just using the corner of the hake on this, just dip it in the paint. But you need it thick, otherwise it won't stay where you put it. Well, then more or less that's my background put in. I'm going to cover up some of this with a big tree on the right. I'll just put some of these higher up. Right, okay, that's the tree line. Now I'm going to put in the field. Bit of pure colour here. Varied colours. Nice light on the horizon there. Right, okay, let's just get the wet in there. Nice and bright, sun, bit of sun breaking through and shining on the field. Right, that light goes right up to the tree line, so I want to show it in pure paint. It shouldn't blend very much. Okay, I'll give that a bit of a dry. It's got badly flooded this area last year, but the photograph that I took years ago, but you look at it and you wonder why you took it. So let's just put a little bit of detail. Just mix a bit of Payne's grey with that. I'm not copying the photograph. I don't really like copying photographs because you want to produce your own artwork rather than a slavish copy. But there's nothing wrong with copying, that's how we learn. But sooner or later you have to get away from it and do your own thing. This will represent hopefully just clumps of grass with no detail. Okay, got a bit high there. But anyway, let's go in the foreground now. With a hedgerow. Just a sort of a hedgerow in the bottom here. A bit of green. And some shadow in there. Just anchor the foreground so that we can flick out some. If you bite your nails, you can't do this, you have to use a card. And I'll put in a bit of tree, shrubby tree. Put some warm in there. And I will put in some twigs and branches on there. Let's just get some shadow in there. Okay, now over the other side, that's got a little bit heavy there, but never mind. I'll put in a larger tree on the other side, which which does exist in the photograph, but the only thing really. Right, get some shadow in there. Nice dark greens in here. I'm just mixing burnt sienna with Payne's grey and lemon yellow. And then I'll put some branches in there. With the shadow being cast across here. Okay, now I've got to bring that to life now. I'll just okay. Squeeze the water off my brush. Seems to have done everything today. The coalman turned up with 10 bags of coal, so I had to go out to the coal garden this morning, take the top off the coal bunker in my dressing gown. Not a pretty sight. Right, let's do some rigger work now in here. That's dry enough. So burnt sienna and Payne's grey. Hold your brush at the tip because it gives a more impressionist feel, more spontaneous. See, the paint's really nice and dark now, loose. Just put in some grassy stuff, just to anchor the foreground. Now this is where we want to get some branches and twigs, trunks in. There's lots of branches in this tree. So I'm going to put them in. It's not a pine, I don't know what it is. I'm not really botanical. Not an expert in these things. They're just shapes and objects in a landscape. But I'll let that dry up a little bit. I'm going to try and put in some cows. Just raise just a bit of it. I'll try to remember to adjust the camera. Oh, okay. You turn a little bit. I'm just going to try to put in a few little much like a cow, does it? But, hey, it's brush is just a little bit too long for that. So practice doing cows. Just objects really. Large rumps coming down and going up to the head. Some legs on. That's not a good one, is it? I'm just blotting. Oh, that looks like a dog. Alright, okay, well that'll have to do. Right, let's put some birds in. With a signature, I've got a bit. I'm going to put a bit more work in that tree, but while that's just going off, I'll just put a signature on it. Right, let's get the hake, get some good dark on it, and just this is in the shadow. Right, no more than that, because it's not as good as the other one, I don't think, but I'll put the mount on it and we'll have a look at it. I'm a bit deflated after wasting a half hour doing one and finding that you couldn't see it. It wouldn't be the first time. So there we are. We've got the central bit going in. That's quite a nice little shrubby tree. That's a bit of a mess, but a Glastonbury tour. It's a little bit. See if we can just take it out a little bit. Just a bit heavy. No, just wet it and just blot it a little bit. Okay, that'll do. So there we are, Glastonbury tour from memory, from a photograph. I'll show you the photograph and you'll realise that it bears little resemblance to the photograph either in colour or anything else. But the tour, Glastonbury tour, was round here somewhere, and I've got another photograph of it, but I can't quite put my finger on it. But I've changed that tree to that because I don't want it competing with that, and that tree would have been higher up. But anyway, we've got something going on there. Hope you enjoyed that. Sorry that, well, I'm not sorry because you didn't see the original, did you? Right, okay, let's now go and prepare lunch today. We have a snack. I bought a bag of mussels from the supermarket today and I like them. Bit of garlic, bit of ginger, a bit of bread, and watch a film. See you later. Bye bye.